Good morning, and thank you for joining us again for a pivotal moment with Pivot. My name is Reggie Nias, and this week we are blessed to have Jeff Jones, Senior Pastor of Chase Oaks Church, with us. Jeff is not only Senior Pastor of Chase Oaks Church, but he's the original founder and supporting cast of Pivot's nonprofit. So, Jeff, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Yeah, love what you guys do. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Jeff, with Pivotal Moment, we try to share wisdom to our audience during this time and during this season. And as senior pastor of Chase Oaks, I'm sure you've seen a lot of situations and you've walked with people through many difficult times in their lives. So if you had any wisdom to share during this time, during this season, with individuals or with a group of people, what would you share with individuals?
Yeah, a few things in a crisis like this. I'd say three. Okay, so one is we have the opportunity, if we choose, to move from fear to faith, realizing that even in a pandemic, there is a God who loves us, who's in control and who's good and who has a plan. And therefore, we don't have to be crippled with fear. We can actually look to God for something more than that. The second thing is really another shift, and that is from self-focus to other focus. It's so easy in a crisis like a pandemic because we're scared and we're like, oh man, I don't have, what's going to happen to me, to become smaller in our life in a crisis like a pandemic, to instead of living an open-handed life, to live a tightly fisted life and hold on to what we have. And in the way of Jesus is the opposite. The way of Jesus is a other focused life. It's I give up my life for the sake of others. And there's no better time than a crisis to do that, to be more generous, more willing to serve, more concerned about those outside of ourselves, and to move toward need of others in a way that life in a pandemic or a crisis like this can actually be way bigger and rather than smaller. But we have to resist that tendency to be inwardly focused. And the other thing that I'd say is another shift, and that is to, instead of just trying to go back to the old normal, to look for the new normal out of this. That I think in this crisis, we all just want life to get back to normal. When is it going to get back to normal? But I think God is wanting more than that for us. I don't think he wants us to get back to our old normal. I think there's new things that God is up to, and new things that God wants to do hopefully in our society that's so broken. But as we've felt, I think this week with some things, but also just individually, that in my career and my relationships and my home life and in my personal life, that there's some new things God wants out of this. And so it's not just going back to the old, it's embracing and looking for the new. Crisis breeds innovation. And so what is that new thing, that we can embrace that God is up to? I think every organization's got to think about that too. We're not going back to what we were before. There's a new version of our organization that can be better.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's good stuff. Well, we are always blessed. I'm always blessed whenever I hear words from you. You're such an encourager. You're such a man of God that walks out your faith daily. And I thank you for being with us this morning and sharing that wisdom with our audience. And for you who are watching us online, thank you for joining us for this another pivotal moment. If you need more information about Pivot and job openings right now that we have posted, it's www.pivottalentgroup.org. Thank you again for being with us.